What's good, Crunch? What's good, Bradley?
The Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action.
Brother, that too shit, bro.
The NBA celebration of life. We talk about the motor. D.A. taking it.
Well, Kevin, and
thanks, David. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Towns is out there with Griffin. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then there's Murray. And it's Ingram in at the 3. And for the Lakers, we've got Steph Curry. LeBron James is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Bryant in at the 2 guard.
So, bro, when you upload your next video?
Makes it off the glass.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
James outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Ingram. Kobe with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Right on the bucket.
Good luck trying to corral Davis. He's terrific at working his way to the contact.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Well, you look up at the Raptors here at Staples Center. All the banners and Shaq, you helped raise some of them. Was there a pressure in playing for a franchise like this that has got such a great history of championship basketball?
You know, this is the kind of pressure you want, because I was raised up the Myers State. The pressure is when you don't know where your next meal is coming from. So I knew there was some greats that played before me. I just wanted to be mentioned with some of the greats. So
that puts it in perspective.
Yeah. It does. And you know what? He is definitely mentioned with some of the greats.
Yes, he is.
Had a great ride and did an incredible job playing for the Lakers.
Murray, good.
Outstanding vision, plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
Oh, and then beaten by Leonard.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try, because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And Davis sends it back.
I'll be the gentleman. You didn't cover much time.
Here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Ingram's running. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And we see just about every player in the league trying to shoot the 3 shot. And if you were playing today, be honest, would you find yourself launching a few? Yes, and you know what my nickname would be? Shockovich. So I did shoot 22 in my career. I made one. That's not a good percentage, but it's good enough because I made one. Probably the one that counted. Yep. But you know, why shoot threes if no one stop you?
He's right. He's right.
That's logical.
Of course. We get fouled to go to the line. 3-point play. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Griffin. Dion Waiters comes in for Jamal Murray. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Thomas. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. If there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Beverly against Irving. Now here's Ingram, guarded closely. Beverly wide open. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. So much love for the perimeter offense these days with Shaq for your money. Who are some of the best back-to-the-basket players that are in the NBA right now?
The list is short, but it's still a very impressive list. Joel Embiid, LaMarcus Aldridge, the Brown Davis.
Can I do that?
No, not at all.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot, that extension he gets on it, makes it very hard to block.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Westbrook, good, nice job down low.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Now here's Waiters. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Dion Waiters.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
The kick out to Irving. Martin outside. Offensive rebound. George. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. George has got his second basket of the night. Westbrook with the block.
Hey, the athleticism of Westbrook's not only on display offensively, he can throw shots out of there, too.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Both free throws good for Ingram.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Inside, here's George. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. George has got 6 points.
And George able to adjust his shot there. A tough one to block when he does that.
Well shot off that time. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Lakers ahead, up by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback stunt.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun, and it's locked in.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. Get a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also,
What's wrong?
the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then it's Paul George. And it's Westbrook in at the three. The small forward. That's the Laker foul. Shaq, you were the league MVP in 2000. Some discussion about what defines an MVP. Stats, wins, leadership. What do you think?
To me, numbers don't really tell the whole story. I just think you got to have the effective winning of your whole team, your community, the arena, and just have to, display it night in and night out.
Dominance, right? That just touches everything.
Or dominance.
It's still just unfathomable that that man only has one MVP.
I know. There's a couple guys like that in the NBA history. One. How can you have one?
I don't think it's that fair.
Shaq's more emotional than I recall. Yeah. Westbrook drives in. He's home and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Love it when Westbrook takes it right into defense like that, strong, and then finishes as well.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Durant. And Kobe is subbed in for James Harden. And Memphis also making a switch. Murray's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting. He had to rework his
did.
moving his windup over to the right side of his body. He said, now my shot is more consistent. I just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working, and hopefully the percentages will keep going up. Guys?
I think we've all enjoyed watching his improvement. David, thank you for that. That shot by Griffin, no good. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the Lakers. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Davis finds Bryant, and that one falls off of Davis's feet. Bryant's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick hit.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And with the teams nowadays going up tempo, Shaq, some big men are trying to slim down to keep pace. If you were playing right now, would that be you? Would you follow that?
No, I'd still be a super heavyweight. Barbecue chicken alert. That'll be my strict diet. Any little post that wants to shoot jumpers and play meats, I'm going to eat them for lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and snacks.
Curry's checked in for the Lakers. Memphis also making some changes. Well, Anthony Towns checked in for Batum. Waiters comes in for Lonzo Ball. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Javonte Green. Los Angeles leading by 8. Bryant, it's a wide open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And Davis sends it back. And he recovers it. And again, Memphis no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look.
Right, sky high. He slammed it home, always looking to stuff with style.
Here's Beverly. Towns trying to get open. And it's Beverly missing. Shaq, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open share anytime you want to join.
Anytime, Kevin, my pleasure. Whenever you guys need me, just give me a call. If I'm not doing icy hot Krispy Kreme or the General Insurance, you just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free.
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. You know, Greg, there are good players, and there are great players, and there are superstars. And then there's Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, he once said he'd like to be known as the figure star. Because Aristotle said, excellence is not a singular act, it's a habit. You are what you repeatedly do. Well, Shaq's lived by that on and off the court.
And here is Murray after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Here's Griffin. Good D by LeBron. 4 seconds separate the shot and game clocks. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Leonard. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here's Towns. Kicks it to Waiters. Beverly for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Beverly's got 6.
Yeah, and you know, Beverly does not lack for confidence. But in that situation, demonstrated stellar concentration shooting the ball.
And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Yep.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
Thank you, David. And we're back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
I see why they be skipping it.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the... And making his triumphant return to our set, the one-man broadcasting phenom, and that wraps up the halftime show, third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Jamal Murray. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Griffin. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be taped away. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
It's not weird to even think that that's the case.
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Brody against Thomas. Ingram outside. Lays it up off the glass. Ingram's got 12.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in Northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. He took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year, and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Griffin. All comes in for Jamal Murray. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach the star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Graham kicks to Ingram. Graham surveying the floor. Back to Ingram. 4 on the shot clock. Over Davis. And it's Memphis with another.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
James outside. Poke loose. Ingram with the steal. Graham gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
A good board there, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
About a year ago, 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident, who's very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Waiters, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And that one's good. Ingram.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for London. Paul George comes in for James. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Curry. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
And Bryant is the total platinum level package. A lethal shooter, an exceptional defender, a flat-out assassin on offense. And most importantly, this guy's a leader, too.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here's Beverly. Towns trying to get open, and that one's good. Beverly's got 8 points.
Beverly is a tricky player. I mean, somebody who has so many different shots to choose from.
Drops in the tray. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Kobe Bryant with a beautiful pass that time.
Beverly with the ball. He's got 8. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Boy, the perception of Ingram, the awareness, seeing the lane and pouncing on. Oh! Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Ingram drawing the double team. Here's Batum for Davis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him initially.
Last year, 90%, and he was right there among the best in the league with that percentage.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well. Using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Play for each other, creators and recipients.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Bryant. Durant is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Harden in a shooting guard. That's the Laker 5. Durant with 3. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Bryant's got 4 assists now tonight.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
I think Murray's toughness gives him an edge on drives. He just doesn't back down. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thomas against Westbrook. Here's Batum, and Batum throws it down.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his
with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. Step back on that one and let it fly. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire to play like.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstar. When you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project him to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Durant. LeBron comes in for James Harden. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Memphis also making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Ball subbed in for Waiters. Here's Davis and finished off by Davis.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his sport vision, outstanding.
Davis against Towns. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to pull the cup before the stop.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Murray. You can't get that one to fall. AT that time from Curry. Loads it up for Davis, and finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
And here's Thomas. Here's Murray. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Leonard trying to break free. And finish off by Bryant.
When he catches the hot hands, good luck trying to slow him down. Plays so under control, can spot up, drive, create for himself a matchup nightmare.
Thomas, it's a wide open look from outside off the mark. And so Curry will bring it up for the Lakers.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were a team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you can break out the brooms, ladies and gentlemen. They found a way to defeat this opponent all 4 games this year, finishing out a clean sweep for their season series against the Grizzlies.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kobe Bryant.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And the Lakers with possession here. Bryant finds Leonard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here.
Feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Diambo, the pass to Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
You've got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
And so it's the Lakers. The borough of Brooklyn is a local. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Hey, Dave.
Evan, thanks.
Thanks, David. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Brown. And it's Walker at the 2 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Conley. Porzingis is out there at Gobert. And there's Seth Curry. And it's Jokic into the small forward. Adams. An easy 2 points on the layup.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
And here's Conley after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Conley against Walker. Conley gets the bucket.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
Lillard looking around. Adams, the pass to Lillard. No good from outside. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And he banks in the layup.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to the Wizards in Washington. Lillard with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. Porzingis with the block. Adams finds Brown. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Right wing. Uncovered. He springs up and sinks it.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
Here's Conley. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, Walker. Down his high post. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And we're at the starting gates of a long NBA season. And for a team looking Doris to go all the way, what's most important to establish early?
Well, I think first and foremost, commitment to the collective, meaning are you putting team first? And obviously there's always new faces. Can you integrate those personalities and the basketball skill set to get everyone on the same page? There's so much to be worked out early.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Richardson's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Bradley Beal's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Dean comes in for Kemba Walker. Drew Williams is second for Damian Lillard. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Gobert. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jokic. And it's Jackson in for Mike Conley. Off the inbound, sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your pass is such a quality piece for a big man.
Now here's Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Brooklyn trailing. Richardson the pass to Hardaway. And the shot goes down.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Here's Williams. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, and certainly he's found his niche here.
Here's Jordan and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Williams looking over the floor. A 3-ball. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Williams has got 6. The Doris in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Correct. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
On defense, Brooklyn, after Lou Williams is able to get the three to go. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
How about the focus of Lou Williams? Inside, able to finish. Nice.
To the middle, changes up, and Adams sends it back, and he gets it back. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Jackson against Levine. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Kick out to Levine. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Well, such a quick release. Zach Levine and a catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Richardson for 3. It's been all about Lou Williams for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say.
Definitely getting a slow down a lot for me. I mean,
Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles, have got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. They've got Bradley Beal, Devin Booker out there with Russell. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Good to hear from you. Now, Zach Levine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. Timeout called the Nets.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 billion contract. Coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about can he create team success.
Took him no time at all on that one. Lillard's got 6 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Conley. He picked up 18 points in the last one against Houston. A shot by Gobert.
Boy, Gobert gets to the rack quickly. How long, how agile from the 5-man on the penetration.
Lillard with it. Now defended by Jokic. Near Curry as he lets it go. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. He has 6.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Conley. He has 6. Here's Jokic. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Jokic just got his first 2 points of the night.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, you've got to be able to contest. This is a career 37% three-point shooter. You better get out
defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Curry, following the score by Damian Lillard.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Well, you can watch Kemba Walker see that play develop, and the explosive speed ensures that he's going to finish.
And Brooklyn has possession. Kemba Walker making his last shot. It's Curry with the drive. Another one calls for Brooklyn.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Lillard outside. A beautiful reverse layup. Lillard's got 10 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Curry. Drops in the layup for 2.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Walker the pass to Adams. Giannis right side. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Walker's shot is off. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hardaway. The shot comes out. Walker with some nice D. Lillard attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've known for a long time Kemba Walker is gifted on the offensive end, and it's not just about his scoring. Look at that on the assist.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Bradley is strong.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points. A winding road for John Wall coming back. Kenny, it's just great to see him back there on the floor. Great to see him. Great. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Conley out there with Curry. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I'll tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Thanks to Conley. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-double.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Damn,
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Beals jumped in for Jaylen Brown. Booker comes in for Walker. Lou Williams is subbed in for Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Just 5 on the clock. Williams takes to Beal. Fires for 3. But they get it back. And to Kumba. They recover. Takes a three. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Booker. Williams has got 11.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Timeout called the Nets.
And becoming more of a playmaker. Doris, I think that's where Adams made the most in terms of improvement last season.
The numbers would back that up, Greg, because he practically doubled his assist rate. The Thunder actually ran their offense through him a little bit more often. The team... For Brad Stevens, he said OKC was one of his favorite teams to watch last season, and there were many people who felt the same way.
Knocks down the three ball. A 9-point Clipper lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Conley against Booker. Outside, Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside, Beal. Beal can't get that one to fall.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Williams passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Williams. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
He likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Now here's Booker. Just a Beal. Back to Booker. Porzingis with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Conley's running. On to Hardaway. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. The drive by Booker.
And basket on the glove for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school, Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Josh Jackson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Mike Conley. And then for Los Angeles, Green's checked in for Beal. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Steven Adams. And John Wall set in for Williams. Porzingis can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add.
That shot wide open. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
Richardson against Wall. Here's Jokic. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Brooklyn. Seth Curry comes in for Jackson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Brown's checked in. Now the pass to Curry. Pops it up for Jordan. And slammed up by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Yep, that one goes in there.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The Clippers on top. They lead by 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for the Clippers right now, Adams is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Brown at the 3, the small forward. Giannis outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Brooklyn called for the foul. First free throw is good.
And to me, the ceiling that D'Angelo Russell has is really high. This guy is dynamic. He's confident. He can score it. And he's just going to continue to want to prove himself.
The Nets making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Kemba Walker's checked in for the Clippers. But they'll get another chance. Here's Curry with the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Walker dishes to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Really, really good possession there. They never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Porzingis is coming in for DeAndre Jordan. And Mike Conley subbed in for Josh Richardson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Damian Lillard's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. Leaps for it and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Adams has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. There's the lob at Kumbo.
Quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. He's posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high-percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Shots good by Walker.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Finally, the pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's good. 14 points for Lillard. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
They double-team Curry. Conley with the 3. Here's Porzingis, and that's good. Nice job of the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Lillard fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Oh, that's a real nice-looking deep three ball there.
Over to the left wing. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And Walker kicks to Lillard. Down low, gets tipped. Porzingis with the steal. Curry with it. Now defended by Adams. Adams against Curry. Outside Conley. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Lillard against Curry. Here's Lillard. inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
As physical a player as there is in the entire NBA, Steven Adams putting the defense in a tough spot.
And he's good on the second. 59 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. Disappointing day for him. Let's see if they go down with the fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you would love to see them finish this game the right way.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Curry from deep three-point land. No good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Giannis, congrats on the win. You had it going, and talk about that mentality.
I was just trying to be in attack mode.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Dort.
For the kids with depression, the ones whose parental expectations got them stressing, the ones who would rather persevere but they trying to make it cause they ain't really living in the present. They out here grinding, seeking perfect timing, tuning out the useless voices that discourage rhyming. Get a real job, I don't argue with my destiny. And if my choices don't affect you, why you testing me? And as of late, I've been asking why he blessing me. I could cry enough tears to feel the Chesapeake. Hold it together, girl, you deserve the world. And if no one else will say it, then I spit it to the mic in the studio when I lay and I play it when you discouraged. I know chasing the impossible takes some courage. And I can promise at the end of your journey, when it's all said and done, will nothing feel much better than hearing my you won. Hey. neck a chameleon. Okay, spin it. I ain't been broke in a minute.
The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent?
Good,
folks. GA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Toronto Raptors. Now, Golden State's starting five. Tatum out there with Pascal Siakam. Clarence Thompson. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in at the 1 spot. And for the Hornets, Anderson is out there with Smith. And it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here we are, opening night. Brent, do you have any special memories from an opening night you played in?
Oh, Kevin, you're bringing me back now. October 31st, Halloween, 1997. I remember playing against the Phoenix Suns. We lost the games. Clippers went down in flames. But man, oh man, I'll never forget stepping on that court for the first time.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the line for him here. He hits both from the strike. Thompson against Anderson. And Thompson kicks to Tatum. That one, no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way to the paint. Smith, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Wade, and it's Wade with the jam.
And that's just vintage Dwayne Wade right there. Nice flush.
Rose against Smith. To the middle. Here's Anderson. A shot. No good. Great D that time from Tatum. Here's Wade. A slam dunk by Wade.
You can't allow Dwayne Wade to slash his way to the rim. That is where he is at his very best.
Here's Riller. Covered by Siakam. The 3. Offensive rebound, Richards, and he makes good on the layup.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Tatum draws the double. Wade outside, and Wade sends it in.
Incredible display of Dwayne Wade still having explosive athleticism.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Rose. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And they pick up 2.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
And here's Tatum for 3. Connects from 3-point range.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
And now the first time out called here for the Hornets. Last time in San Francisco, they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Siakam. John Collins comes in for Jason Tatum. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Thompson. Puts it up, off the inbound, and the layup is up and in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up to Golden State.
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And the vertical of Wade still remarkable. A high-flying 2-guard who loves sending it home.
Down against Collins. Around the pass to Anderson. Over to the wing. Goes back up. And he sinks that one. Hit the back of the rim on the way in.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
On deep, Collins, and another three for Golden State.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that three-point range.
Brown with the bounce pass. Hayward comes with the double team, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Derrick Rose. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Smith checked in for the Hornets.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Now here is Smith to the inside, and he dunks it down.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Collins, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Hornets trail by 9. Smith the pass to Brown. Doesn't go that time. Collins with some nice D. Here's Wade. And then Wade slams it in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, we might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts.
It's always a team. And I think we don't look at one player and say he's going to save us.
And great, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Rose is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Collins. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. Passes it to Brown. The kick out to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And it'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Warriors leading by 15. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
So both teams changing it up here. Guarded by Tatum. 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot for 3. Smith. And it's John Collins with the rebound. The Warriors have got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Thompson for 3. It's the 3-point bomb. Thompson's got 6 here in this quarter. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You've got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Smith, the pass to Riller. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Pass to Riller. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason. A year ago, a lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And the Hornets call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
1:46 left here in the second. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Hornets shoot their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Number 30. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. Downing for Charlotte. They won that game against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Rose, good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Brown is checked in for Charlotte. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Warriors. And Tatum pulls it down.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Their game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And here we go, attention, running it up the court. Double team on Rose. Tatum deciding where to go with it. That three off the mark.
It's close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brown dishes to Anderson. Here's Riller, guarded by Tatum. Will it go? And that one's good, Riller. Riller's got 6 points. Outside Tatum. From deep. The long distance three is buried.
Shifty, elusive, offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Derek, what's the most important thing on defense, and how does that impact the offense?
contesting their shots. They're a great three-point shooting team. We're just contesting and getting out and run. That's our favorite thing to do. Get out, run. You got big second run, shooters on the floor, so open the floor up a little bit.
We'll see if he can keep the pace going.
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 2 rebounds. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. Taking a look at the Warriors. Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets and wow. It's a runaway lead.
And that's a wrap.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
They've got Anderson. He's out there with Smith, and it's Richards in at the 5. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. Poked away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Tatum's shot is off. The Hornets shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Anderson passes to Riller. Excellent D from Wade. And it's Wade with the ball for the Warriors. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them.
That's Klay Thompson thinking the game out right there. Maybe it's in the DNA.
Anderson outside. Charlotte moving the ball around. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Out to Thompson. Outside Rose. Back to Thompson. Takes the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 6th assist on the night.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won most improved player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play showed so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Man, we see this so many times. The defense so concerned with Klay Thompson's shooting ability that he's able to burn them with moving the ball.
There's the triple. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Riller the pass to Richards. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Everything falling for Wade right now. It's got to be in his team's best interest to keep finding him.
Riller the pass to Richards. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Siakam. John Collins comes in for Tatum. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Rose.
Yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. And Thompson kicks to Ibaka. The tray. The shot, no good. And Charlotte will come the other way. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for. Morris is checked in for Klay Thompson. He's perfect from the line this time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Here's Wade. A slam dunk by Wade.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And that one, good. 12 points for him.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Hayward. Wade trying to break free. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Collins.
A big man, John Collins, seeing the court that time.
Brown outside. Shoots from 12. Out to Smith. And that one drops for him. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Wade, and then Wade slams it in.
Now, Dwayne Wade has taken thousands of shots where he's been challenged, and he's made them just like that.
Smith outside. Here's Brown. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Brown's got his first points of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Outside, Collins. Three-pointer, Wade. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. To go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Smith. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Hayward out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Ibaka. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Collins in at the 4 spot.
Right there, finishing through contact. Dwayne Wade finds a way to muscle that one in.
Smith surveying the D. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long
kidding.
ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
Every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV, 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. It's Brown with the drive, banked in off the glass.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Hayward outside, the 3, drills it from outside.
And the release on Hayward's shot, just so smooth. It makes the play with urgency, but doesn't let that compromise his mechanics.
Here's Smith. Count it, good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Hayward. It's hauled in by Brown.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Inside, here's Richards. Brown the pass to Smith. Back to Brown. just 4 to shoot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Wade, good.
Once Wade knew he had the defense on their heels, he pulls up and fires the jumper.
Smith against Wade. Here's Richards. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Hayward, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, and Hakeem.
I was about to say Russell Wilson.
And Shaq. Someone said, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the peak, right? You know, Giannis. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Dwayne Wade.
Those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3 and another 3 for Golden State.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
I love that the guys are staying to let go of the rope.
Smith in the post, ended by Hayward.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The pass to Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. This one for 3. It's not going to go for him. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This